Hey everybody, Miranda here, coming back at you with another video. Really excited to have you guys along on today's adventure, but if you are new here, consider subscribing. I do a lot of Disney content as well as life vlogs and life updates, so if that's something you're into, click that subscribe button, which you can find right down below. But like I said, today is Saturday, and it is the Disney Wisdom Collection release. I have currently walked away from line. We've been standing in line for about an hour now, about 2 more hours until the store opens, but I'm here playing Pokemon. Oh, all the phones are on sleep mode. But I have Dad's phone today because he couldn't be with us, unfortunately. He's home doing some yard work, but we are here at the Mall of America. Really excited for the Disney Wisdom Collection, so let's go back and get in line. Also, if you're ever curious, there are a few stores that are open early, aka all the coffee stores. So there's not much open today, right now. Like I said, 2-ish hours before the store opens. But also they're setting up a cool show here in the Rotunda. They've been testing sound all morning. It's kind of loud, but they aren't testing now, so I figured perfect timing to turn on the vlog camera and tell you about it. But we got all the chairs set up, got the screen, everything's happening. All right guys, so I just found out that they have finally released what the next 3 months are gonna look like, so get excited. There's gonna be a video about it, but we have Jiminy Cricket, we have a Bambi, and then we have Merlin. Not so sure how I feel about this guy. He's kind of weird looking, but really pumped about Bambi and Jiminy. Yeah, woohoo! The next 3 months are here. It's always exciting when we get a new update for what the next 3 months are gonna look like. Also, they released the pins and the everything else for the collection. It's such a weird yellow. I'd have to see it in person. I'm not so sure about the coloring, but we're gonna get it anyways, you guys, because that's what we do. So we do content. Oh, we're gonna do Toy Story trivia.
Probably. All right, well, I'm gonna ask you a question, and I do have a fabulous prize for you. If you
I want a prize?
No way. So, pressure's on. An audience.
We'll help.
Now, normally I'd let you phone a friend, but since you're my first one, I'm not gonna give you that option.
Oh.
You're on your own for this one. Are you ready? What is the non-friendly, toy-killing neighbor in Toy Story? What is his name?
I know. Pick me. I know the answer.
That is Sid. Very good. So what I have
So update, they just came out and told us that the store now opens at 9:30 instead of 10 like we thought, so exciting. We don't have to wait forever. It's currently, I don't know if you can see that, it's like 9:12 right now. So yay, we don't have to wait forever for the Wisdom Collection, but as we see every month, look who's here. She's on her phone. Say hi, Miss Disney Mama's here. If you guys haven't checked out her channel, go check her out. I will link her down in the description, but she just did a pin unboxing, like a mystery pin unboxing, which was really cool. She did a Figment pin unboxing, so I love Figment. He's like my favorite character, and she got some really good pins from that video, so go check it out. She's awesome, and just spread the joy and love from the Disney community, from me to you to her to everybody, so do it. I was really hoping they would have all of the cardstock papers this month, but they do not. It's gonna be a flimsy piece of paper. Here he is. Thank you. All right, folks. We got our tickets. We got the pins, the mug, the plush. And they still have no cardstock for the journal. They did the first couple of months, but now they don't. But we got all of our tickets, exciting. Now we have like 15 more minutes and then we get to go in. Woo!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ticket time, wisdom time, wisdom time. I haven't had my coffee yet, you guys, so this is like half energy. And me attempting to be full energy. But I could fan myself with them. Look at all the money I will be spending. My friend Lacey here is like dying in the back when I'm trying to be funny. Is it working? A little bit? Okay. I need coffee. I'm not awake yet. I don't know when I'm.
Thank you. Full house.
I do. I want it
Just
all.
like Sharpay, she wants it all.
Yes. Oh, I should watch these movies again. They're so good.
They're so good. You're welcome, guys.
Thank you.
You don't need big. I got a plus.
So here's an update. So since the new Toy Story movie's coming out, they decorated the whole entire Disney store like a carnival. So they have the big top here for Toy Story 4. And they have a bunch of other things like Foodie Frenzy and Cuddle Quest and Style-O-Rama. Like, it's insane what they have here because Toy Story is awesome and it's coming out at the end of the month, actually in about a week. So get hyped, get excited. Come on, friends, away from the copyrighted music.
I don't think you gotta worry, it's all good.
I've already gotten copyright claimed for this store. I'm not having that happen again. So we got our stuff. We got our Lumiere and everything. Really fun. And I know I showed it off before, but Lumiere matches my shirt. I am sporting our two course challenge shirt, which we ran last year, 2018. Yeah, I can't remember these races anymore, but Lumiere matches my shirt. It's super adorable, but let's go home and review the Wisdom Collection. Now that we are back in our castle, let's illuminate the June Disney Wisdom Collection. I just did a voice for no apparent reason. No good Disney Wisdom Collection is without its fun jokes, I guess you could say. So let's make this review a tale as old as time and get to it. So I'm just gonna apologize in advance because whatever happened in that last clip was really weird, and there's probably gonna be more weirdness with this because it's the end of the day here and you never know what you're gonna get with me when we come to reviewing things. But let's move on to the plush because it was the one thing I was extremely worried about in my predictions video. And if you guys haven't seen my predictions video, what are you doing? I'll link it down in the description. I went over April, May, and June's collection before they were released, talked about my thoughts, predictions, things like that. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but go check it out. I'll link it down in the description. But Lumiere was definitely the plush out of the three that I was really, really worried about because of how he is. Most of the characters up till now have been animals, and this is gonna be our first non-animal creature plush. And I gotta say, he looks 10 times better in person. I was really excited about him once I finally got to hold him and kind of play with him. He's not one of your typical, oh, I'm gonna hug him and hold him and that kind of a thing for a stuffed animal. But one of the cool things is he does, if I can get it to work, stand up on his own. The bottom is actually made out of, yeah, you can hear that. It's kind of made out of like a harder fabric. He's not gonna wanna stand up now, watch this. I make a point that you can stand up on your own and you don't. Anyways, but I think that was a really cool feature that they did with this plush this month was that he can stand up on his own and I think he looks pretty cool. The flames are definitely made out of a thicker material than the rest of the plush. He is still kind of huggable. He's very soft. I wouldn't say he's a stuffed animal you want to bring with you to bed, but it still is okay. I also want to point out his little Disney Wisdom collection. Let's see, we'll see if we can actually get it in there. But the actual Disney Wisdom patch is on the back of his left hand there. He's got his cute little Disney Wisdom tag. And of course, he has the quote. Reading it makes no sense on this plushie. I get what they were trying to do where they went, you don't, and then they had read the left hand and then the right hand and then the body. It just didn't make sense to me and I thought it might be better when seeing it in person and it still doesn't really make sense. I can't read it that way when it's reading top, left, and right, and then the body, I don't know. My mind just, I'm a smart person and my mind just cannot comprehend how the quote goes on this body. The plush is really cute. I am happy to have him as part of the collection. Is he my favorite? Not in a long shot, but he still kind of matches, and I'm gonna be honest, he's the first real bright color. We've had oranges, blues, greens, purples, I guess, in the collection, and now we have a bright yellow. We'll see. Yellow's not my favorite color, but he'll add nicely. He's a pastel-y yellow. I think he'll fit in nicely with the rest of the plushes on my china cabinet. Next up, we are gonna talk about the mug. Again, It's a mug, nothing really super special about it, but let's take a peek. Oh my gosh, I spent probably 5 minutes before I started shooting this clip to open this so that it would be a smooth transition. Didn't really work out. So again, we have the cute quote on the front of the mug, and guess who we have on the back? We have Lumiere and Cogsworth. And I'm gonna be honest, when I am looking at this, it is really hard to see Lumiere. They didn't shade him in at all. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they didn't shade him in. He's just a very nice silver outline, which unless you are really up close, you cannot tell that he is outlined. You can see his eyes really well because it's that yellow. So it's really hard to find a pastel-y color that really goes with yellow, to be honest, which is why I think they did this really brownish orange and a silver. I'm shocked they didn't do white because white would have made it a lot easier to see the outlines of these characters, but oh well, it's still a really cool mug. And of course, on the inside, we have the metallic-y yellow. Oh, cool. I haven't looked at the bottom of these either, but on the bottom, they say Disney Wisdom on it. I wish they would have said Disney Wisdom 6 out of 12, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. But that's it for the mug. Absolutely cool. We're gonna add it to our collection. It will go right back in the box like usual. But again, here, let's see. I'm gonna just show off quick the inside. Again, it has the quote, but in white instead of the yellow. And I just love how Disney pays attention to all of that stuff in their packaging. Good job, Disney. Next, we're gonna talk about the pins. So as per usual, we have our nice movie style poster pin, as well as we have Lumiere and Cogsworth. I do have to say, this Lumiere for the pin is really kind of sassy. He's got his hands on his hips. He's like, not today, Cogsworth. But Cogsworth looks super happy. I'm really excited that they made him like a happy-go-lucky character, because whenever the two of them are together, I feel like Cogsworth is always kind of upset and frustrated. But these two pins are super adorable, love it. And again, we have our movie style poster pin, which has the quote on it, which says, "You do not have time to be timid. You must be bold and daring." I don't know if it was like this for the last pins, but I'm noticing, I think more now, that these movie style poster pins that are on the pin board sets don't have as much detail around it like the journal would or the mug would, which is kind of confusing. I'm gonna check on that real quick, because I feel like the other ones were super detailed and now these ones just, they aren't. Let me go check. Color me wrong. I guess all of them were this plain and boring and I never really noticed it. Oh well. I wish they would have put more detail on these movie style poster pins, but what can we do? They're gonna probably be like this for the rest of the collection, and they are still awesome. I wish that there was an easier way to display them other than the banner. To be honest, I don't really like the banner, and all of my pins have been staying on these cardstock boards, but maybe I'll have to create something or make a pin board to put these all on, because I feel really nervous about putting them on the banner since the banner is so flimsy and it moves around so much. At least with the Mickey Mouse Memories collection, there was a whole entire binder with protective sheets and everything. Nah. I don't know what Disney was thinking this time. Maybe people wanted to display their pins more than the book, but I'm definitely someone who sees these as collector items and wants to keep them as in mint condition as I can. I'm just that kind of a person. I'm a neat freak and I like keeping my nice things nice. And there's no issue with that. That's just who I am. And you know what? I've learned that this week. I had a friend come up to me this week and say, "You don't have time to pretend to be anybody else. You have to be who you are." So if any of you guys are out there still watching, remember, be who you are. There's only one of you in the world, and that makes you super special and unique. And of course, last but not least, we have the journal. Absolutely love the journals in this whole entire collection. The journals are probably my favorite part, more than the plushies, to be honest. I actually don't know what I'm gonna do with the pins, the mugs, or the plushes after the collection, but I know for a fact I am going to be writing in these and just journaling to my heart's content, which is really cool. Now, let's take the protective covering off and see if there are any hidden surprises. Oh my gosh, this one's gonna be difficult too, right? Oh, no. Because if we remember from last month, there were special surprises in the design. There was Flit in with Meeko, but it doesn't look like it this time. We have, obviously, the red rose with the petals falling off of it with Lumiere. I think it's a very basic and clean design this month. I absolutely love it. I do have one issue with it. One teensy tiny issue, and it might be me just not reading it correctly, but I think the font makes it really hard to read this word right here. The word is daring, but every single time I look at it, I think it says darling, which bugs me because then I read the quote, "You don't have time to be timid, you must be bold, darling." So I guess it still makes sense, but it's still kind of, I know that's not the word and I read it as darling, and I think it's because the R is long and I don't know. It's just the way my eyes read it, but I haven't looked inside and I always save the first look for you guys, so let's take a peek at who is on the internal pages. All right, no shocker there. We do have Lumiere, but the same style as the pin, so he's super sassy and has his hands on his hips. And we have the same design as Cogsworth was in the pin set as well. Let's take a quick peek here. We have Lumiere and we have Cogsworth down here. Super adorable, very clean and neat. But let's take a peek at the front cover. Oops, I got really excited and I didn't turn to the front cover. Okay, let's retry this. All right, oh my gosh, how cute. Ah, I'm so excited. This is so cute. Okay, so on top of Cogsworth and Lumiere, we also have the rose like there is on the front cover. But guys, they added Chip. They added Chip! Chip is probably one of the most entertaining characters in that whole entire movie. He's so spunky and cute and funny, and oh, I'm so excited that they actually added Chip. Oh, and one last thing before we sign out. I don't know if I've been pointing this out on the journals as well, but they have a nice indented Disney Wisdom symbol down here on the back of the journals, which makes it kind of like a seal of approval. Boom! Dunzo McGunzo. This is the Disney Wisdom Collection journal. That'll do it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Greatly appreciate it. If you like what you see, push that like button, smash it, punch it, do whatever you like to it, and leave me a nice comment down below. Let me know. Did you guys like the Disney Wisdom Collection for this month? I'm kind of curious what your thoughts are on it. And if you are new here, consider subscribing. As you can see, I do a lot of Disney themed content as well as I dabble in weekly vlogs. So if that's something you're into, push that subscribe button, which you can find right below this video. But if you want to keep up with my other crazy antics, like I said, I do a little bit of vlogging on this channel, which I will link last week's vlog down in the description. And I also have an Instagram, which I will link in the description as well. But I like to keep pretty active on it, or at least I like to believe I am. So check it out. I love to have you there on the Instagram feed. But that is all we have for today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on our next adventure. Bye!